From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Saturday, March 24th, 2018. Silver's trading at $16.56 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,347 per ounce. Zencash is trading at $18, and the average price of Bitcoin is $8,765. Antiwar.com reports the last-minute signing of the $1.3 trillion omnibus spending bill in the U.S. is a big windfall for the Pentagon, who will be getting the majority of the money in the realm of $700 billion. This includes 14 new ships, 28 new helicopters, and 56 of the costly F-35 warplanes. This is part of a $61 billion spending increase over the previous year, and virtually every aspect of the Pentagon is getting more money, more equipment, higher pay, and just general boost in funding, which isn't to say everyone's happy. Representative Mac Thornberry, the House Armed Services Committee chairman, complained that the massive increase is not enough to fix our problems, though the military budget is tentatively to swell to $716 billion next year. The policymakers seem to be setting the stage for another multi-month round of outdoing one another on increases. The funding covers an active military of 1,322,500 people with 816,900 reservists and offers a long list of new vehicles and gear for them. $65.2 billion is also set aside for overseas contingency operations, the budget that nominally is for war, but which in practice the Pentagon can readily shift around to different priorities.
You can support FPP Radio by shopping online. Every purchase you make from one of my affiliates at shop.fppradio.com helps fund FPP Radio. That's shop.fppradio.com.
UPI reports Attorney General Jeff Sessions announced on Friday the Department of Justice is proposing an amendment to existing regulations that would effectively ban bump stocks and other devices that allow the rapid fire of firearms. The public notice of the proposed regulation follows up the idea first floated earlier this month by the department. Sessions said that under the proposed change, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives regulations, bump stocks would fall within the definition of machine gun. Sessions said, since the day he took office, President Trump has had no higher priority than the safety of each and every American. This is why today the Department of Justice is publishing for public comment a proposed rulemaking that would define machine gun to include bump stock type devices under federal law, effectively banning them. The legality of bump stocks faced scrutiny in October when a gunman used one in the Las Vegas mass shooting that left 58 people dead. The proposed change must undergo a public comment period before a final regulation is implemented. In February, Massachusetts became the first state to implement a ban on the purchase and possession of bump stocks since the Las Vegas shooting months before. California and New York already banned the devices prior to the shooting, and New Jersey passed a law in January.
For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals. Gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. They don't feed the banks. They're Bitcoin preferred and have removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co.
Reuters reports President Donald Trump signed a memorandum on Friday that bans most transgender individuals from serving in the U.S. military, but gives the armed forces some latitude in implementing policies. The memorandum said that transgender individuals with a history of gender dysphoria, which was defined as those who may require substantial medical treatment, including through medical drugs or surgery, are disqualified from military service, except under certain limited circumstances. It added that the Secretaries of Defense and Homeland Security may exercise their authority to implement any appropriate policies concerning military service by transgender individuals. The White House said on Friday that Defense Secretary Jim Mattis had found that individuals with a history or diagnosis of gender dysphoria presented a risk to military effectiveness. The White House said this new policy will enable the military to apply well-established mental and physical health standards equally to all individuals who want to join and fight for the best military force the world has ever seen. Trump announced in July that he would prohibit transgender people from serving in the military, reversing former President Barack Obama's policy of accepting them. A number of federal judges have issued rulings blocking Trump's ban. The judges said the ban would likely violate the rights under the U.S. Constitution to equal protection under the law. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.